Hi everyone, my name is Caitlin, and in today's video I was just going to do my October recap. I wasn't sure if I was going to keep these up. At the same time, I figured like why not, just start keeping up with like notable things and just doing a monthly recap or a monthly reflection as people have been calling it over on Instagram. So yes, this is going to be the October one. And honestly, I thought September went by fast. October like literally flew by. Like doesn't even compare to September, I feel like. And then also I do have my window open. If it gets too loud, I will close it. And I have my notes here just to keep me on track as usual. But also I wanted to say, I kind of feel like for me, October, so like at the end of September, we had Hurricane Helene in my area. And so basically I feel like October was just about really readjusting and kind of getting back on track. I feel like over the month of September, I started, getting into certain routines, and the hurricane kind of threw that off. And so October was trying to get back to those routines, get back on schedule. And a couple things that I was doing in September, a couple things that I started doing in September was, it's been a goal of mine for maybe a year or so now to be consistent when it comes to posting on my product page. So felt like I was getting into a groove with that, and then it got thrown off. And then also I've started doing dedicated shipping days. I think my shipping days, I was doing Tuesdays and Fridays, and that was going well. And then again, the hurricane hit, and so that kind of got thrown off track. And so I've just been trying to get back into that groove, because I feel like by having set shipping dates, obviously it'll help me just be a little bit more organized when it comes to the tons of other things that I have to get done. So, and then also moving on, I meant to share this in my September recap. This is just a jewelry box. I do sell little like bracelets and a necklace on my website and Etsy. And so I was wanting to have the presentation be a little bit, not sure how to, I wanted to change my presentation. I've done it several times now, and for some reason I just really wanted to upgrade to boxes. Like, I know it's really just another expense, but it's just what I personally want to do. So this was a sample that I ordered, and I like it because I feel like it's a manifestation, like come to life. It's an idea that I actually brought to life. But I don't like it because I feel like I don't really like the quality, and technically I need to fix my name, because for some reason I just like the way it looks all together, but technically there should be spaces. And so I think instead of, I don't want to say be hard-headed, I just need to put the spaces in there. But then also I wanted this to be gold, and I've made that clear, but somehow they still sent me black. And then they have like a little, ooh, maybe I just did that too hard, but they also had a little, what do you call this, a little baggie or whatever. And again, I don't really like the quality of this. And then it has this little insert where you can also place the jewelry. I just feel like it would be a nice presentation, but I did kind of make the mistake of asking my mom her opinion. And I mean, she does that for a living. She deals with inventory. I'm not really sure what her job title is, but again, she said it would just be another expense. But when it comes to your business and what you want to do, especially if your intuition is telling you to do something, just go for it. So I found this YouTuber, and she mentioned a vendor when it comes to jewelry boxes. So I did bookmark them, and I'm going to try them out and see if there's better quality. But for the time being, what I typically ship my jewelry in, I feel like is fine until I figure something else out. But all right. So the next thing that happened in October, I did get an opportunity to collab with Brass Queens. I'm not sure if they have a YouTube, but if they do, I will link them. And they actually sent me like this little, I'm not sure if you would call it merch or something like that, but they sent me a vinyl. It's an all girls brass band. And then I got like a little beanie. I love the beanie. I love beanies. Several stickers. I really love this this Queen of Hearts sticker. Love the colors. And I think these are tattoos. And then they also sent me, I'm not sure if this is like a long sleeve. It looks like it might be long sleeve. Perfect for winter since it's getting cold out. Perfect for fall and winter. But I don't want to like undo that because I was going to show my Instagram followers on my stories. But yeah, so I got an opportunity to collab with them, and I just thought that was cool because part of this season that I'm in requires me to step outside of my comfort zone, or I've just been really focused on stepping outside of my comfort zone, and I was happy to, you know, receive that opportunity, and instead of turning it down, you know, I just went for it. And I also felt like it was in alignment with me because it included, you know, talking about tarot. So yeah. And then they're also based in NYC, just in case you were curious or anything, or just to let you guys know. All right, but I also decided to get on Threads in October. I've never been honestly interested in Twitter. I never could get into Twitter, just like I'm not really interested in Facebook. I mean, I could see myself potentially getting on Facebook because I know that it can be beneficial business-wise, but I feel like, you know, there are steps to getting that because I'm only one person. But yeah, I can never get into Twitter. But of course, Instagram got me with the I don't want to call them ads, but you know, they're like sister companies or whatever. Instagram owns Threads. So like consistently seeing them on my page, I just, you know, became more and more intrigued over time and finally decided to get on there. And I also decided to start posting I also decided to start posting my like mini readings on there too, just to, you know, why, like just as a way to step outside of my comfort zone and also just, you know, grow my audience. So okay, next would be I've been working on an ebook, and then I actually ended up completing it. So I completed it, and then I also was able to create a mini guide from it because I feel like really what is included in the mini guide is honestly probably the most important part of the ebook to me. And then I will also just have that link. I don't really want to like talk about the title just yet, but I will have it linked down in the description box if anybody is interested in that, just talking about detachment and spiritual connections in particular. So yeah, I worked on my ebook, completed it, and then next would be that I started reading and finished a couple books. So I mentioned Think and Grow Rich in my fall haul, I believe, and then I also bought and finished Profit First for Creatives. So Think and Grow Rich, I've tried to read several times, and I finally was able to complete it. I actually enjoyed the end of the book more than the beginning, and I feel like really that's just because, you know, with me trying to have read it several times, I just think that my mind was over the beginning of the book, and so being able to kind of read something new, I just liked that. And then also my favorite chapter, I feel like, was the chapter about fears. Yeah, how to outwit the 6 ghosts of fear. This is my favorite chapter because basically this is what stops people from moving forward, and I really appreciated the chapter. It's basically like when you fear something, that's a sign that you should honestly go towards it. I can't remember everything I want to say about it, to be honest with you, but again, I really enjoyed that chapter. Let me see, what was the last chapter too? And I also enjoyed the Devil's Workshop. So yeah, definitely recommend it. And then I've heard of I heard of the regular Profit First, and that's on my list of books to read. But I also saw this, and I would consider myself a creative, so of course I was just like, you know, let me just read this, and then eventually I do want to get the regular or the original Profit First. But I did like this book. I do feel like some of the concepts honestly were hard for me to understand, but the most important thing for me was what they suggest as far as creating different bank accounts. And I did start that, but I did start that, and then I'm excited to see how it goes as I, you know, keep moving forward and keep growing and expanding my business. So yeah, I'll have those linked in the description box as well. I gained a couple followers on my product page, and I do feel like, again, that's just due to, well, that was due to me kind of getting into a groove as far as posting. I just gotta keep that up. I mean, of course it's good to be focused on growth, but really it's just about, you know, the consistency. But then of course I feel like growth is a product of your consistency. So it was nice to, you know, just obtain a couple followers due to that. Okay. And then also like I mentioned, the hurricane kind of threw off my plans as far as starting my body butter stock. But I've had several people reach out to me due to samples, due to past purchases, asking me when they were going to be back. And somebody reached out to me again, and I was able to make a body butter sale despite not how do I want to say it? I was able to make a body butter sale despite being unable to relist them. Does that sound correct? Like, I haven't been able to relist my body butters, but I was able to make a sale due to somebody reaching out to me for one. So I look forward to, of course, creating my stock and then having those ready to go. I also got, so I have this one customer, this one client that has repetitively bought like, you know, orders of 20 oils from me for like the last few months. And then I ended up having somebody else reach out to me for a 45 oil order. And I would say so far that's my biggest one. So I was happy to, you know, receive that. And then we'll see if, you know, we keep doing business together. All right. And then also, so I started off on my Instagram, you know, being open, showing myself. But as time kind of went, like a couple years in, I kind of retreated back into my shell. But some of my personal messages that I have been receiving intuitively have been about, you know, showing, like actually physically showing myself. And so I have been getting back to that. I feel like there's a couple reasons for that. Again, I'm just paying attention to the messages that I've been receiving and, you know, just kind of diving into them. But then also I just kind of feel like there's other things that I've been doing that's kind of, you know, helping to like propel me forward. But yeah, so I've just been showing myself in my stories again. And then I do plan on also showing myself more on my Instagram page. Like, I'm not really sure, honestly, what direction I'm going. Like, I have a direction, but really it's just about, you know, just kind of taking my ideas and going for it. So yeah, I do believe that I'll be showing myself more on my business Instagram, my tarot Instagram. I've also been pretty consistent on YouTube. Basically, of course, a lot of people have recommended if you watch YouTube videos, is to kind of batch your content and then, you know, kind of batch them, like maybe film 4 videos in a day and then kind of schedule them. A lot of people also suggest changing your outfits, but honestly, I don't really care at this point in time. It's not a big deal to me. So yeah, I'll sit down and film like 4 or 5 videos and then schedule them throughout the month. And I pretty much kind of have like a stock right now. So, and then when I start getting low, then it's time to basically batch again. But yeah, I've been pretty consistent on YouTube. My goal right now is honestly to post like at least once a week. But then my main focus is honestly just kind of sharing my like talking videos like this one. And then like the little other random videos, like my hauls or whatever, those will just kind of be bonus videos whenever I do them. I would actually consider the recap videos, bonus videos, but anyways. Okay, and then the last thing would be that I just realized that part of the reason I was going through another dark night of the soul is that I had returned to my people-pleasing habits. So I feel like I returned to people-pleasing, and then that resulted in a lot of burnout. And basically, I just realized that I've been in the process of kind of filling up my cup again. As far as burning out, I just feel like, you know, I was putting my business first, I was putting my clients first, I was putting my children first, putting other people first, putting a lot of things first, putting a lot of focus on the external. And again, that resulted in me people pleasing. It resulted in me being burnt out. And, you know, I didn't, of course, understand it as I was going through it. But now that I'm like getting out of it, I see what I was doing. It's like on one hand, I realized that I had been people pleasing, but it's just kind of like over the last few months, it's just like things are becoming more and more clear. And so, yeah, I do feel like my cup is now overflowing, and that's why I've been able to get a little bit more consistent. And also, I feel like when it comes to my business, it's just like I feel like I've finally gotten into a groove. As far as posting. I feel like I've done a lot of the heavy leg work as far as, you know, kind of building that foundation. And now it's just more so about, you know, getting consistent and then also following the guidance that I've been receiving when it comes to, like I said, you know, showing myself, being more present physically, but then also just like moving forward with the other ideas that I have in my mind as far as like maybe teaching different concepts and things like that. And what was I saying? Like, yeah, I feel like I've done a lot of the heavy leg work, and now it's just about, you know, being consistent, continuing to build upon that. And dang it, I lost my train of thought, and I hate it when I do that. But yeah, I've been people pleasing. My cup is overflowing. I feel like I've kind of gotten into a groove when it comes to Instagram. I've gotten to a groove. I've gotten to a comfortable posting schedule. I mean, it's not good to necessarily be comfortable. But yeah, I feel like I just kind of found the perfect frequency at which to post. Because when I first started, I was, you know, like I feel like I did find a method to growing. Like I was posting like 3 times a day. I started off with like almost every single day. Then I just gradually, as time has gone on, I've decreased. But then I've also just kind of find little ways. I found like some people think that you have to post every single day to grow, but that's not really true. You can definitely like just tweak things here and there to you can tweak things here and there, and you can tweak things here and there and still grow by only posting a few days a week is just what I guess what I'm trying to say. So before I get any more confused on what I'm trying to say, I'm just going to end it. So that was pretty much my October recap. If you want to share, you know, your October recap, little, you know, any little thing, anything that was significant to you over the month of October, please feel free to share those down below, and then I will see you guys in the next one.